It might have been the acid or the ecstasy, but one night when I was 43, I met my 23-year-old self at a poetry reading. I knew it was me because I recognized the full-length fuchsia coat in crushed velvet, and I would have recognized my own hedonistic laughter anywhere. The way I careened throughout the room, punctuating my speech with my then favorite expression. How weird is that, eh? How weird is that? It was pretty weird, an unfathomable folding in the fabric of time brought on perhaps by a need to reconnect with that earlier joyful Jane, unjaded and unstoppable. Of course, at 23, because I thought I would for sure be dead by the time I was 30, my younger self didn't recognize me. In fact, she thought, what's with the old chick? What's she doing here? So I struggled with how to break it to myself in a manner that I would believe that wouldn't start an existential fit of the highest degree. I decided on a poem. I thought if I can deliver a poem which only I knew, then my younger self will know it too, recognize that it sprung from the self-same heart of which she and we are a part. I took to the stage. Because of my age, there was much guffawing and rolling of eyes, not least of which from the younger Jane, who was ageist back then, before that was a thing. But they quieted down once the poem began. I knew exactly which piece to choose. My 23-year-old self had written it just that June about a man I met in Greece whom I was sure was bound to be the father of my child. And it contains the line, I hope all the bells of London are ringing for you loud and clear and full of promise me you'll come back. In fact, neither one of my children would come from the man in Greece, but I didn't want to tell myself that. I didn't want to shock me. You see, at 23, I still judged things from the outside, and I hadn't yet realized that when you hear the bare facts of someone's life, it can tend towards scandal. It's only in the middle of your own spontaneous story, getting a handle on the miraculous curveballs coming each day, that it all makes sense in some wonderful way. When I finished my poem, my younger self came storming up to me, sure that I'd stolen her words. How did you get that poem? I just wrote it. Looking into my own flashing eyes, I could see why not too many people want to get on my bad side. And standing beside myself, I tried not to chide myself for my impetuousness. And I said instead, yes, you just wrote it on the back of your phone bill, and you changed that London Bells line 9 times, maybe 10. How weird is that, eh? And I let that sink in. Until my younger self began to see that I was her and she was me. She had a lot of questions then, most of which I refused to answer. I didn't want to spoil the surprise of the remarkable unfolding of our life. I would only say, by the time we are my age, we are very happy. And you will often be broke, but never broken. Every time you feel like you can't bear to be on, you'll find a deep well of strength that you thought was gone. And as our 80-year-old self said yesterday to you and I, cherish your time. It goes by in the blink of an eye.